Hey loves, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, or if you're not, welcome back. My name is Myra, and in today's video, as you see from the title, I'm going to be doing my fruit series nails here on my YouTube channel. I have done something similar on my Instagram, but I want to do like the full in-depth videos for you guys. I'm trying to concentrate a little bit more on my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for all of the new subscribers that have joined us here on YouTube. And yeah, I'm super excited. Like I said, this is part 1. And today we have gone for Mojito. So I am very excited. I got this idea when I did my Temu unboxing, and I got these Fimo slices. If you guys haven't seen that video, go ahead and go check it out. But I was talking about how I get super like creative when I see products, and then it just like kind of turns on a light bulb on my head, and I'm able to do like different nail sets, or I just think of a lot of different things I can do. And so that is what these Fimo slices did. There were so many of them. The box was huge. And so I was like, I want to do my fruit series again, but do it on YouTube and do it with sculpted nails. I thought it would look so adorable and so cute. And I decided to do the Mojito first because I just grabbed a random like pile of acrylics from my collection, and one of those colors was called Mojito. So I was like, it's meant to be. And it was just a really beautiful color, as you can see. And I'm doing sculpted nails. A lot of you guys have had questions on my sculpted nails, and you guys like to see it. And it is a little more like aesthetically pleasing when I do my sculpted nails. I love them. And so that's what we're gonna do today. So the acrylic is called Mojito from Nail House. My acrylic brush is from my website, Crafts by 9, and it is the acrylic brush in the number 12. The nail forms are from Not Polish. And I think that's like all I'm using at the moment. But once I come up or start using new products, I will start mentioning them. The lint-free wipes that I have the Fimo slices on are from my website as well, Crafts by 9, the pink lint-free wipes. The tweezers are from Macart, and of course the Fimo slices are from Temu. I do have a discount code with all of these companies, so if you ever want to order any of these, get inspired, or just like the products and want to try them for yourselves, make sure to check out my description box where all of my discount codes are, or you guys can go ahead and go on my link tree, which has all of my direct links and discount codes as well. And for anybody that ever uses my discount codes, I can't thank you guys enough. I really want to tell you guys thank you, thank you, thank you if you ever use any of my discount codes from the mentioned products, from the mentioned companies, or like, you know, when I show them on my YouTube videos. So what I am doing is in this video, I'm not going to be doing a thin base of clear acrylic, which I do sometimes, and then sometimes I don't. It really depends on whether I'm going to keep these nails or not. So that plays a huge factor, because if I am going to keep them, I do want a layer of clear at the bottom. So when I do a fill, I go in with, you know, the drill. I drill off all of the colored acrylic, and I just leave that thin base of clear, and then I'm able to put another color on top. That's one of the main reasons why I do that. Another reason is that I feel like the acrylic is a little bit too thin on its own for me to just start on its own. But this Nail House one, their new the new updated formula is chef's kiss. They're so easy to use. There's no marbling. The pigments are on point, super easy, buttery. Like you guys can see it right here. It's just, it flawlessly glides to the nail. And of course you have to have a good powder, liquid to powder ratio. That always plays a huge part. But other than that, like it's so easy and so buttery. And this new formula is just amazing. And then I'm going to be doing it to the length of the nail forms on the number 7. All nail forms have numbers on the side, and it's a great way for you to know exactly what length you want to do your nails. When I first start nails, Since it's not like a client or anything, I usually, you know, don't really know how long or how short. All I know is that I do want it to be long. And so for this video, I decided to do it to the number 7, and I always like to go a little bit further because when I go in and file, of course, it's gonna get a little shorter, because I do go in and file, of course. For this nail set, I am gonna be doing from like start to finish, literally, because I'm gonna be encapsulating. And you guys know that when you encapsulate, like even without trying, it can get pretty thick, the nails. And so of course you want them to be like looking really right. So I did go in and hand file and use my e-file as well on these nails, to just put them right and make them right, make them look pretty. And I really don't count the number of beads either when I'm doing sculpted nails, because I try to go for like 2 or 3, but at the same time you don't know. Like I haven't gotten my my bead liquid to powder ratio perfection where I can just say today I'm going to be doing 1 bead and that's what it's going to be. No, like sometimes I try to pick up a small bead and it comes out a little bit bigger, or like vice versa. So it all depends, and there's nothing to worry about, you guys. If you want to challenge yourself, then yeah, say I want to do this amount of beads and go for that and try for that, but don't beat yourself up over it, because it really is not a big deal unless you're working on like time management or something. But other than that, don't stress yourself out on beads or the number of beads, because they're gonna look the same at the end of the day, right? Like your outcome is gonna look the same whether you use 10 beads or whether you use 2 beads. But if you use 2 beads, of course it's gonna be a lot faster, and if you use 10 beads, then it's gonna take you a little bit longer. But there's nothing to worry about, especially if you're just starting out. Do as many beads as you guys want. I usually do like 2 to maybe 5 or like 4. And like I said, the outcome is the same, just my videos are a little bit longer, and that's all. But I do try to pick up bigger beads when doing sculpted nails, just because I wanted to get it to that length. Do that 1 bead where my natural nail meets the nail form, just drag it down all the way to the size that I want, and then do the 2nd bead at the cuticle area, and then if I need a 3rd bead, like at the apex area. And that's basically all I try to do. But of course there's many times where I don't pick up a big enough first bead and it's very transparent towards the end, and so I have to go in with another one there, and that just adds up. And maybe like in the corner it's not looking too right, then I have to do another bead. So like I said, I do these videos to show you how many beads I'm able to do, but it doesn't work out like this every single time. There's days where I might do more and there's days where I might do less, but just practice your liquid to powder ratio, your beads. There are like practice mats out there that I have actually received before. I never used them like to actually practice, but I heard they work really, really well, you guys, and they're really cool. So they're like these mats that have drawn out like circles or like different shapes, and it has like a plastic thing on top, and you're able to lay down your beads, like pick it up with your brush and then lay down on that mat, wait for it to dry, and just like have consistent looking beads. And that really helps a lot if you're having trouble with the amount of beads you're using. When it comes to placing down the Fimo slices, I have to do this pretty fast because I do this when the acrylic is still wet. If I feel like it's too dry because it's been a while since I placed down that first bead, and I'm doing them closer to the end or the tip, I go in with a thin layer, a very, very thin layer of the not polished clear acrylic. And I place that clear acrylic only where I know the Fimo slices are going to be. I'm not going to be placing it by the cuticle area because it's just going to make my acrylic looking thicker. And we don't want that because no Fimo slices are going to need to be there anyway. So we leave that part alone. We basically just drag it where the Fimo slices are going to be and blend it in very beautifully. Make sure you can't tell. And I place the beads with my I place the Fimo slices with my tweezers. I'm using 3 for each nail, which is what I usually do when I'm doing kind of like an ombre effect. I'm not doing it on the entire nail. And I just pick it up with the tweezers and I put it down where I want it, and then I kind of push it into the wet acrylic, and it kind of holds its place there because it's still wet. Once it's drying, it will keep its place there and it won't move at all. But it also keeps it secure because we are going to be going in with the clear acrylic after anyway to encapsulate, and it makes it easier because you don't want the Fimo slices to stick out so much, because it just makes the encapsulation process so much harder. You don't want to push it all the way in either, but just enough to where like it's not sticking out from the sides too much, and you know that it just is there for you to encapsulate and it won't give you any problems. So here I was checking to make sure that all of the nails were dry, which they were not. The pinky was not ready yet, so I took off the forms from the 3 nails and I'm going to encapsulate. The reason why I take off my nail forms when encapsulating is because I like the shape that it has with my colored acrylic already, and so I'm not going to create, or how do I explain it? If I leave the nail forms on, sometimes I tend to go off of where the nail is and create it thicker, and so that's just going to create more work for me when it comes down to hand filing. Now the weather wasn't right. Okay, you guys can see how fast this acrylic was drying. It usually is not like that. This acrylic is one of my favorites. I absolutely love it, but since it was drying a little bit faster, it did leave like 1 or 2 bubbles. And at the end, you guys, I was thinking like maybe it would have been cute with bubbles because of like the mojito effect, like the drink, you know, like the bubbles. But I'll do that for a different fruit series nails. Let me know down in the comments what fruit you would like to see me do next. I have them all: apples, bananas, strawberries, like whatever you guys want to see. Comment down below. I'm going to be working on a lot of parts for this fruit series nail, or for this nail fruit series. And I'm just super excited because I want to do different things. I want to do sculpted nails. I'm going to use tips sometimes. And I just know that these sets are going to come out so adorable, because this one in itself is so beautiful. Even though it is like a single color, not much design, I just am so obsessed. I really enjoyed doing this. Because it is a little bit different than what I usually do here on my channel too. I don't do much encapsulation when I do nail forms and stuff, because I do the pop-off method and I usually just, you know, work on things that I know that are gonna work out, and just like a quick nail design or like a nail design. But I really want to focus on doing more nail designs, because there's so many out there and I see so many all over the internet, and I have so many ideas of things to do, and it's just so exciting that this was the first part of my fruit nail series, and there's going to be many more to come. So I have filed, used the e-file, and now I'm using my swipe to go and finish it off with my glossy no wipe gel top coat from my website, Crafts by 9. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I am so obsessed with how these came out, and I hope you guys liked it too. Don't forget to like this video, comment what fruit you would like to see me do next, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and I want to thank you guys so much for being here and making it to the end of this video and enjoying it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.